We're Roger and Michelle, living our dream of a live-aboard life. We flew to Greece, bought a Jeannot Sun Odyssey 45, and named her Sea of Gold. So here we are, sailing Sea of Gold and taking on the Mediterranean. In this episode, we go where the wind tells us to, one beautiful anchorage after another. We keep on top of chores. A generous Dutchman and a little creativity top up our water tanks, and a new battery bank means spending even more boat dollars. Another month down and, well, we're telling you how much August cost us. Siguenos Bay is also treasured by day trippers, and with room for another large yacht, a wonderful family aboard their Azimut spends several nights with us.
We swam around the bay to say hi to the neighbors, and we stopped by Abel, the owner of the Azimut, and we got to chat. Then we mentioned that we had to pull up anchor to go fill our water tank. He just said, why don't you fill up your tank from my boat? We're about 80 meters away, and it's like, well, I don't have a water jug. He said, you don't need a water jug. We'll see if we can get long enough hose from my boat to your boat, and we'll just fill your tank. Sounds like challenge on.
He swam his hose as far as it would go towards our boat, and then came to pick up our hose and swam it out for the two to meet. It reached. All that's left is bring the hose to the water tank and fill our tank with crystal clean water.
We swim in with our garbage and recycling, and it's an easy 2.4 kilometer walk to the edge of Porto Heli, where we find garbage and recycling bins before continuing on to provision in town. For fresh handmade baked goods in nearby Porto Heli, Ermione, and Creniti, stop by a Drugas bakery. If you have the chance to try their barley sourdough artisanal bread, do it. It's so good. I've mixed together 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 can diced tomatoes with jalapeno peppers, 1 can sweet corn, and 1 can each red and white beans, drained and rinsed, along with 2 very healthy dashes of black pepper. This is tonight's salad dressing, served over a bag of lettuce and sliced cucumber, tomato, red pepper, and half a red onion. Of course, we're having this with some of our fresh barley sourdough.
Looks healthy.
Thumbs up.
It's good.
You see what that is? That is barley sourdough. Have a dip.
The bread is good.
Better than the salad?
Yes.
With a change of winds, we pull up anchor and move to Spetses, better known for its historical role in the Greek War of Independence for its naval contributions. Spetses has a connection to the myth of Pitys, a nymph pursued by the wind god Boreas and transformed into a pine tree. Spetses, known as Pityoussa in ancient times, means pine-clad and is a reference to the island's abundant pine trees. With another change in wind comes another scenic anchorage, this one unnamed, in one of the area's many bays.
I can't believe the beautiful backyard we have. I think it's time we explore it.
Haircuts still need to happen, but somehow out here, surrounded by nature, seem extra special.
I think that was the bilge pump, but which is here. Strange noise in the boat every once and again. And we're wondering what it was, but I think it's the bilge pump. But it draws the question is, why is it going off? So, well, we'll go back to the trusted
Oh God.
spot where it leaked before.
Okay.
Oh, it's dry, thankfully.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Thank
can't be
God.
leaking that badly.
Okay, thank God. Okay, it's not there.
Ain't the big reveal.
Number 2. What's in that one?
Oh, that's dry.
Looks
dry.
good. Let me see. I can't see. Oh, you can't lift it up anymore. Looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's dry. Like totally dry.
Yeah, so see that hole there?
Yeah.
That's where all the fridge condensation and everything goes into that.
Oh, you know what?
What?
That might make sense because we've been turning the fridge off at night.
See?
Yes, that's the sound. That's the sound. Okay.
So that noise is the pump at the lowest point. The fridge, any condensation out of the fridge is funneled into the lowest point and gets pumped out. So because our battery banks are a little weak, the fridge can't go all night long. So we're turning off the fridge before we go to bed, which thaws it a little bit. And then we turn it back on in the morning, but overnight it drains, melts a little bit, drains into that bilge, and the bilge pumps it out. Mystery solved.
Yeah. But the other issue is why are our batteries not, why don't we have the battery bank to go overnight with the fridge running?
The batteries are getting weak. They're old, I guess. See, it comes down to the alternator not charging. So it was totally reliant on the solar panels, 200 watts, and barely keep the fridge going on a bright sunny day. So I think over the years, they probably killed the battery bank a number of times, which decreases the life of lead acid batteries. So now we're using it all the time. And during the summer, when we first took over the boat, we had 15 hours of sunlight. So it was a very small period of time where it was dark and not getting charged. Now that daylight hours are small, we're running into the issue that it cannot carry the fridge over, or the battery bank cannot carry the fridge running over all night.
Which we discovered too, anchored for several days. We weren't having troubles when we were moving every day, but anchored in the same place.
Well, yeah, just relying on
for a
solar.
week. Yeah.
So the fix to this is start fresh, new batteries, and we're going to double our solar capacity. That should help.
Okay. We have a call into Spiros.
Spiros. He's our
Spiros
guy.
in Poros. He's the guy.
We'll see what he says.
Back to Spetses, where there's a lot to do. When we're not swimming, we hike its trails. And say hi to some resident goats. And some swims are just to play.
Not happening.
If you have to do laundry,
you might as well look at a beautiful sunrise while doing it.
We make our way back north towards Poros, stopping in incredible anchorages. We anchor next to a small uninhabited islet, Poros, after the Greek god of love. With its tiny chapel, Poros has become a wedding destination, offering couples an intimate setting surrounded by turquoise waters. In neighboring Russian Bay, the remnant ruins of a Russian dockyard form an incredible backdrop to the bay's sandy beach. In 1834, this historical Russian naval station supplied Russian ships that were helping Greece to gain its freedom from the Turks.
It is August 28th and I am installing brand new AGM batteries for our house bank. There's one little frustrating part about it though. Here, I'll show you. The old batteries had studs. So I had these and then all the wires screw onto this. The new batteries have the screws that go into the terminal itself, which is essentially just this part. The problem I'm having, and I think I can solve it, the problem I'm having is the wires were so tightly bound that I needed this extra, call it half inch, maybe an inch of length. Now I'm finding when I'm trying to screw directly into the terminal, the wires are just a hair too short. So I'm gonna have to unclip all of these nice clips that someone, when they installed it, they clipped everything. I'm going to have to undo most of those to see if I can squeeze an extra inch out of it. I think I can, but once we're done, we'll have 480 amp hour battery bank. That ought to last us.
Battery bank is installed, and funny part was, I thought I was buying AGMs at a really decent price. I was folding the boxes, and I looked at it, and I was like, the writing doesn't say AGM anywhere. They're sealed lead acid batteries. So when I bought them, it was a really good price for AGMs. Well, now that they're lead acid, it's a premium lead acid battery. I want to get away from lead acids because you have water maintenance, all that stuff. So apparently I didn't. So I dropped a little over €1,000 on 4 lead acid batteries, 120 amp hours each. So hopefully they last for a number of years. But it's disappointing because I'm sure it's a language thing.
I think so.
When you're talking to the vendor trying to get AGMs, and he's like, AGM, sure. Well, AGM stands for absorbed glass mat versus sealed lead acid. But we have a battery bank anyway, so
yeah.
Next time I'm going to read the label before I buy them, because I bought them, and he's like, "All right, good enough." So yeah, that's my bad. on that one. It's not the vendor, it's my bad. I should have been more, should have done my due diligence before accepting the batteries. I accepted them the way they are, and I'll live with it. But at least we have a brand new battery bank.
What are these, honey? Are these pretty new dock lines?
They are. Stretchy and quiet, he says.
For comparison's sakes, here are the ugly, old, stiff, noisy black ones.
That time of month again. August expenses. Not so bad, 850 euros for the month. Food 389, entertainment 140 euros. Fuel 111, it was 98 euros for diesel. And it worked out that I averaged 2 liters per hour burn rate. But in there was 10 hours of charging the battery, so I don't count that. So if you eliminate those 10 hours, we're 2.5 to 3 liters an hour. So 3 liters an hour is what I'm going to use to determine when I fuel up. Mooring, $38. We spent 2 nights at the town quay in Poros. And very reasonable, 10 euros for docking, and then I got 7 euros worth of water and 7 euros for the first time, 7 euros for hydro the second time to charge up that new battery bank there. I'm going to include those expenses in a different video, but just to make sure the battery is fully charged. So quite reasonable to stay in Poros. And I think you'll find that everywhere in Greece if you're staying at the town dock. Other items, cruising permit, again, 110 euros, well worth it. Internet, unlimited internet for 15 euros, can't beat it. Charge cord for the phone. We bought a couple of them because our charge cords that we brought with us are disintegrating. One cord already just doesn't work anymore, so I think it's the salt air and the corrosion and so on. So we had to buy some charge cords for the phone. 850 euros. I say that's a pretty good month.
Are you wondering what a vacation aboard would be like? In the next episode, we show you what a Sea of Gold vacation looks like as we welcome aboard our first boat guests this season.